You know, in our 7 seasons on Better, we have met some really inspiring people, but the woman that we're going to talk to you about today is truly exceptional.
Yes, Danielle Butin started the charity known worldwide as AFYA. They take discarded medical equipment and supplies from the U.S. and bring them to the poor areas of the world.
That's right, and this mother of 3 is a former occupational nurse who decided to change her life, and in the process has changed lives around the world.
They're going to Ethiopia or Kenya. We've got 2 huge shipments going out. After the earthquake in Haiti, these rehab supplies literally changed the lives of thousands of people. All the supplies that are being loaded today and packed will be out the door and on their way to Africa. These supplies now...
Danielle Butin is the founder and the force behind the global charity AFYA.
This is AFYA's 3rd annual sortathon. We take thousands of pounds of donated medical supplies that have been given to us from hospitals, and we bring them to the warehouse and we sort through them with the help of hundreds of volunteers here. Our truck picked up a number of infant warmers, which are unbelievably valuable pieces of equipment in parts of the world where a safe delivery is never one that people can count on and plan for. AFYA means health in the Kiswahili language, and it was named that because it was that land that inspired this work. We do more than just the medical supplies. Wheelchair or a walker or a commode that once held someone at the end of their life being discarded, it now can create capacity in life for someone else abroad. Our goal is to ship a minimum of 2 to 3 containers a month out of our warehouse. So that means 40-foot sea freight containers that have been custom filled, collecting the supplies that each of these unique health centers needs.
Danielle's journey to global charity leader had an unconventional beginning.
I'm an occupational therapist, and I've worked in aging for about 25 years. And I did clinical work, I worked at the university level, and then I was recruited to start a division for a large managed care company in their wellness division. I did the unthinkable. I begged for a severance package. And the first thing I did was buy a ticket to Africa. My logical brain couldn't understand what this huge pull was, but I trusted it. I trusted it more than anything else, and that began the story of AFYA. It was the introduction to a calling that was bigger than me that I didn't understand at the time. So my significant other and I, he's a filmmaker and a photographer, got on a plane and off we went to East Africa, and being exposed to stories of physicians and nurses from all over the world who said, there are no medical supplies. There's nothing I can do to save these children. People are dying of malaria on the steps of this clinic that I've come here to help because I have no IV starter kits and I have no fluids. And I thought I could do. I could lead this effort. I have relationships with all these hospitals from the work that I had done previously. It just means turning the knob a little bit and recreating those relationships and redefining what our collaboration could look like. I really saw this as a signpost. I saw this as an indicator that this was exactly what was supposed to happen in this moment in the Serengeti. This was the direction for the rest of my life. I was being led to what was next.
It didn't magically happen overnight. Danielle had to figure out how to connect all the dots.
We started with me literally jumping for joy if a physician's office would donate 10 urinary catheters. And slowly, our network grew and grew and grew. It was fly by the seat of your pants, but I had faith. We're asked frequently how many people we've helped, and I think for the lives that have been saved, there's a ripple of lives that will go on far beyond that one person's life. It's like we don't even have to know who these people are. The fact that this work has changed their lives is enough for all of us here.
Wow.
Really inspiring. Danielle is one of the most passionate people you would ever want to meet, and she believes that every single one of us, everybody out there, can find a way to help.
Yeah, it's as basic as like pens.
Yeah.
Pens are so hard to come by in these rural areas, and doctors can't even write out critical notes. And so she asked school kids to collect them at the end of the school year.
Yeah.
and she ships them.
Just pens. Something you've got 100 of
Pens.
sitting
Here,
at home.
right here.
You know, they also collect old bicycles. As strange as that sounds, they collect old bicycles
yeah.
for nurses to use so that they can visit towns in the bush and carry supplies. AFYA helps out in the U.S. too. They brought tons of medical supplies to Hurricane Sandy victims. So
Yeah.
there's nobody that they're not willing to help.
Right.
Which is amazing.
And if you would like more information about AFYA, visit their website, afyafoundation.org.